Cory here from Penny's Hot Rods and Customs, coming to you live from Stony Mountain. Anyway, what I think I'm going to do today is I finally went in the city a while ago and bought header gaskets. My cheapy Amazon fuel filters, they came in. They're not the right ones, but they're going to work. So I'm going to run like 2 or 3 of them here. And I hate to say it, guys, I know like everybody does it, but you know, that's people have been doing that for years. We used to do it on tractors and stuff like that, so like 20 years ago. So it's nothing new running 2 or 3 filters and changing them out as they get clogged. And I'm sure a million other people have come up with this stuff long before some of these TV shows. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. The guys are going to go over to Derek shortly, get these done and mounted, so that way I have front tires. I bought these tires for like 10 bucks a couple years ago at the swap meet. The guy claimed they didn't work or have any nails or holes or anything like that, so we'll see. I'm not holding my breath, but hopefully. So I think I'm going to do that, hook that stuff up, do my clutch, all that jazz, hook up the spark plug wires, put the radiator, finish all that stuff for right now. We'll just keep monkeying away at it. Oh, I still got to put my dampener on, so yeah, we'll do this and then we'll take that out and then do the dampener. And forgot about that just till now, so yeah. Yay! So anyway, I guess we're going to get to work and get as much as we can get going. I doubt I'm going to go for ice cream later because A, it's just going to be me, and because I'd like to get fuel and fill up the jerry can and put fuel in the tank and make sure there's no leaks. So we'll try that later on. So we'll see, maybe by the end of the day. So, oh well, it's just a small block Chevy, so let's get to work. Okay guys, so I lied. I did take an ice cream break, but it was for a purpose. I'll show you in a minute. But anyway, fuel line's all done. Headers are all bolted in, gooped up, got new gaskets in, plug wires on. What I think I'm going to do next is, well, see, here's my idea. I was going to put my battery box in just because, like I said, this has got, or at least this has got to come out so I can put my balancer on. So that's not a big deal, but I was like, I'll get put my battery tray in and then at least wire it up and then just hit the button and make sure everything, it kind of just cranks over, and then I'll take it apart and put my balancer on and all that stuff. That was my plan, but then I realized my battery tray, she's in rough shape. And to be honest, I just don't feel like fixing it. So, hence the ice cream break, I went to the parts car and got a minty one. So it's just scabby old scaly rust, so I'm gonna go clean that up and paint it. So I'm thinking that's what I'll do. Like I said, I gotta bolt my, I guess my power steering on, I'll do that next, but I think, I'll wire wheel out of, clean up paint and let it sit, and then I'll waffle on what I'm going to do. I don't think I got to take my cradle out. Nope, the cradle can stay in. Just the shroud and the rad will come out. Actually, I'm going to paint the rad, so yeah. So that's what I'm going to do next. So I figure I work for another hour or so, then probably call it an evening. Yeah. So yeah, we're getting there. So like I said, drop the tires off at Derek's already, so when hopefully the next day or two he'll get them at them. It's amazing this thing sits, how rusty everything gets. So we'll clean up all that crap. So yeah, I still gotta wire wheel all this stuff or flake it off. But anyway, enough rambling. I go clean up this guy and flog it black and then start pulling that crap out. That's the plan. Man, somehow this boat anchor thing, I don't even know what it is. Oh, it does turn over. It does have compression. I don't know what it is, but it showed up here, so I'm gonna kick it into Ryan's yard in a while. So that's the plan, get it out of here. All right, enough rambling, and I'm gonna start wire wheeling up this. It's nice to have a parts car. Okay, I quickly wire wheeled it up, nothing crazy, got all the scaly stuff off, so we'll just start flogging it black, painting over live. So, yeah. Doesn't have to be perfect. Painting over lies. Probably hit this a couple times. Oh. You know, I was on holidays 6 days. Today's my last day of holidays. 2 days I was spending doing my washroom upstairs. Got quite a bit of stuff done, but a lot of trips to the city. Friday, had to run around, do some other stuff. That killed the day. Saturday, got a call from my buddy Ricky. Having problems with his roadster, so we went and looked at that, figured out the problems, got it fixed. So that took 3/4 of the day. A nice day, had a good visit with him. Me, Bug, Casey, Casey wasn't there. Chris and Derek. So that took most of the day. So it was a good visit, well worth it. Yesterday we went to the drag race. So that took all day, which that's totally alright. That was in my agenda to do on my holidays. That was prior number 1. And then today is to work on this. And naturally, didn't get as much as I wanted to get done. Never do. And a bunch of other little piddly crap. But you wonder where your days go. Ah, there we go. Get that all in there. Alrighty. Well, here's my old one. I'm not exactly sure what was wrong with it, but I don't know if it came apart. Everything was kinda, and it just wouldn't go on, so I don't know what the hell was going on with it. So here's my replacement one, the exact same size. So we'll put it on. I've already put some grease on the crankshaft to lubricate it. I did find this guy originally. This is the first one we had. Yeah, I finally found it the other day cleaning up, so hopefully this one doesn't break. So it is not an Amazon special deal, that's for sure. So hopefully it's better than the other ones. And yeah, this is what I've been working on this week, figuring out plumbing. Yay. So I'll put that away later, but yeah, so I guess I'll fight with the, actually put it on, so it should go on. Like I said, I sprayed some lithium grease on so it should slide in. So let's install this bad boy and then start finishing up some of the other stuff. Yay. Slowly. I don't know, it's more of a miracle that it's actually going on so far, or that I was able to find an 1 and 5/16 wrench. So it seems to be going on all day. So not fighting anything so far. Everything's going good. So. Not gonna lie, it'd be easier if the fan was off, but oh well. Doing it right is better than back in the way we used to do it as kids when we didn't know any better. We just get a 4x4 and pound it on. But I like to think since then we've upgraded to a little bit of more common sense. At least me anyway. I'm the idiot that used to do it. Yeah, still got a ways to go. So clearly, this one won't go to the balancer tool grave with the other two. Although looking at this side here, this side looks crooked, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's see. Alright, little way to go. Like I said, it would have been easier without the blade. Oh, I think we might be at its end. Alright. Back that off and then I'll take some, rotate the engine and take a look and see what's what. But I think we got her. I think we got her. Oh. Come on. Alright. Threads look perfect, came out nicely. Oh, maybe it's just my eyes. Yeah, it's just my eyes. So this one will live to see another day. The other two can be, I'll strip the nut off them and throw them in the garbage. But yeah, I'll take a look, but I think that's where we gotta be. Alright guys, I'll start putting some pulleys on. way down there, there's a pulley mounted to a balancer. All good to go, all on. Belts on, everything's back to the way it was, finally. So, even installed the battery tray, so that's all in there. Like I said, guys, this is just all temporary till we fire it up and running and whatnot. So, don't judge on that, but I'm just checking things out. I'm gonna check the power, go find the power steering pump and put that on. Probably not gonna do it today. I think I'm done for the day, believe it or not. So didn't get as much as done as I wanted to, but you know, it was a good weekend. I'm not gonna complain. It was a good weekend. Actually, I've only worked on this car for maybe 5 or 6 hours today, and I've hit my head on this thing 3 times, and it hurts every single time. I'm not gonna lie. So I know Ryan's gonna hit his head on there a bunch of times. He's gonna be cursing and swearing, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, so I'll put the power steering pump back on, you know the rest, put the rad in, put the coolant, put the hoses, all that good stuff. Then basically we're almost getting close underneath here. I keep forgetting to get my part for the clutch there, so maybe tomorrow on my lunch break I'll go to Prince Auto. But I want to check before I put this engine into storage if there's a power steering pump on it. Oh yeah, there is. All right, perfect. Like I said, guys, during my holidays I planned on cleaning this mess up, putting that engine in storage, getting this out of here, and that way having some room. This is going hopefully in the next few weeks in storage, so that can get moved over, and then bring my 55 in for the winter. That's my plan. And get rid of that freaking thing. Yeah, even though it is pretty neat. So yeah, and tires for my truck, they're all well, they're getting there. So just don't feel like working on that tonight, but yeah, I'm gonna have to give that thing a service before it gets cold. So anyway, I'm gonna call it an evening, and we'll be back tomorrow after work, and we'll start tackling that stuff and get the front end buttoned up. And then oh, that's what I also need is a negative cable, and I can put a battery in and see if we can crank this turd. So yeah, that's my plan. So oh well, it's supper time. See you guys tomorrow. Okay, power steering is all in. I used the original hoses. They'll work for now. It's just Ryan's been crazy busy at work, and likewise, and just we haven't got around to getting them done. So they didn't leak, but it's all fine. I'll put fluid in it a bit. Belts are all done. Everything's good to go. So I'm gonna put the rad in a few minutes. I haven't decided if I'm gonna paint it black or leave it silver. Probably gonna paint it black, so I'm gonna do that in a few minutes, and then take a break, and I'll show you what I'll do after that while it's drying. But I did get my antifreeze, my distilled water. I picked up my clutch part. So yeah, so I'll go paint the rad here shortly. Last night I did mount the tires. They're balanced for the front, so I'm gonna go put those on shortly. And then, yeah, so if I do that, it's getting closer. And I think the starter's wired up, I can't remember, so maybe I'll try to crank it over in a little bit when I come back. But what I'm going to be doing next is still car related stuff. But like I said, winter's coming, so I bought tires for my truck, and me and Derek mounted them, balanced them the other night, so I gotta go put them on. But it's amazing how long, when a truck sits for a while and you don't use it, how much it rusts and deteriorates. So there's my truck there. I gotta go grab the other tires and mount them, or put them on. So the old winter beater. But yeah, tried popping the hood the other day. Everything, this latch, this thing broke. This thing it's lock solid, so I had to unbolt it, and I'm just gonna try to cut that and get a new one. So if that doesn't work, it's getting hood hinges, people. So yeah, so I'm working on that turd this week, because you know what's coming. So I guess we're gonna move this in a minute. We'll park it over there, and yeah, you guessed it, I'm still working on plumbing. It's gonna be an ongoing thing. So like I said, I don't work on cars all the time. I got my own stuff to do, but I'm gonna drive this for the next month or so. So I just registered it, so why not? Haven't been driving it, so. And it hasn't let me down yet, so today will be more of a maiden voyage. So we'll what we're gonna do, move one Pontiac to drive another Pontiac, and then afterwards we're gonna work on another Pontiac. So yeah, so I think that's what I'm gonna do now. We'll grab a battery that's on charge for that car, and it never ends. So anyway, we'll be back, but like I said, I'm gonna go paint that rad right now, and that way let it dry for a while, and we'll drive for the old 58 and go put some gas in it. All right, stay tuned.
test drive here. Just waiting for the Jeep to go, I guess. Or the Dodge. You can see we really researched and planned this properly.
Yeah.
There we go.
Whoa.
There you go. So, anyways, we did some tune-up on it here, so he's taking it for a voyage here. We're wanting us to follow him over to Stonewall just to make sure.
There he goes.
There's our last big car show of the season tomorrow. It used to be at the Garden City show. Now it's moved to out by where I work.
I don't even know where it is.
It's in the back lot of Jim Gauthier and Club Regent.
Oh.
I honestly don't know if it's Jim Gauthier or Club Regent or both. I don't know. We'll see tomorrow. Well, that's what we put plates on it this morning, so we're just following him just to make sure in case he has issues. I don't think he will, but do the test drive to Stonewall and see how it goes, right, Casey?
Yeah. There he goes. Yeah.
There he goes.
Well, back at home, and Murphy's Law. I tried putting my painted rad in, and I banged it up, and I screwed up a fin pretty good. So I got the other spare aluminum one in. So it's in, bolted in. I was trying to do it by myself, and it slipped, and like I said, I gouged one of the fins pretty good. So, and I knew it was gonna leak. So, oh well. The aluminum actually I like better anyway. So it's in. Of course, the original rad hose was too small to fit here, so I had to get another rad hose. Actually, believe it or not, that rad hose is from a 92-ish Ford Bronco. So yeah, so that works. So yeah, I just had to cut it down, so it fit pretty darn good. So I'm gonna try to put coolant in it to actually make sure this petcock thing here is closed. Nope, now it is. All right, here I think I'm just gonna dare and put water in here first to see, and then I'll put coolant in it just to make sure, see if it leaks. So we'll try to put some coolant in this POS and hopefully it doesn't leak. What else can go wrong? Let's set up a tripod like that. Alrighty. Thirsty. And then after this, I'll put a jug of antifreeze in it. That way, deter anything from bad stuff happening. This water's only been sitting on my deck for a week, so thirsty. In theory, there shouldn't be any leaks. I'll feel good if the whole jug goes in here, so. I think it just might. Perfect. Everything's dry. Excellent. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do next is hook up a ground cable, and I'll go grab a battery and see if at least if it'll turn over. I think that's the plan. And I do believe, I think it was going to be in this video, but just this week's got away from all of us. So I think this following or coming Wednesday evening, we're going to take the drive shaft to Derek's there, or to Dynamic, Ryan's work, and we're going to cut it up, balance it, and then I can put it in next weekend. So that's the last big piece of the puzzle. So exciting times. So yeah, all right, I'm going to go find a negative cable and hook it up. Well, I was monkeying around trying to start it, but I can't remember if it's the purple wire that I had that goes to the starter or the green one. I got it written down. I did try both of them and I can't get nothing. I've checked my grounds and everything else are fine. Battery's good, but I think a lot of the problem is to do with that connection there. If you remember last year when we had this thing running in here, I had nothing but problems with it. It was pretty corroded. Ryan tried his voodoo magic of vinegar and bunch of other stuff to clean it up, but it's pretty corroded. So I'm gonna wait till I get an extra set of hands here and figure out wiring, because wiring's not my strong point. I can kind of monkey around with it, but I'm not the greatest at it. So I'll get Ryan and Chris here, but I'm thinking, you know, before I end this video, I'll talk for a minute if you guys are still watching. Later this week we're gonna go cut a drive shaft. I've got part of it here. Oh no, that's not it. Ooh. No, that's not it. That's the one we use for a mock-up. But yeah, there's part of that. Derek probably has the other part, and I'm not sure where. It's got a new U-joint somewhere in here anyway. I gotta clean up this garage this week. But yeah, so we'll make a drive shaft, and we'll do that Ryan's work probably Wednesday or Thursday night. So do that and then put it in, and like I said, I'll get Ryan and Chris to give me a hand with wiring. And yeah, the clutch I was working on a little earlier, it's basically almost done. I just don't feel like going underneath, so that will get done. Actually just came back from going for a boot with that. You guessed it, guys. Went for ice cream. Yep. So anyway, at least it's all together. Everything's basically good to go. I just gotta get power to the starter, so that's all I want. So once I got that in spark, so we should be good to go. So oh yeah, here's my tires. Derek mounted them up for me, or we did them the other night. They're all balanced. I'll give them a good cleaning and put some new white paint on them, and then I'll find some just 15x7 Chevy rims and get some new rubber for the back. So it won't be much longer. So I just wish I had more time to work on this crap, but oh well. I guess before I leave this video, I'm off to go work on some crappy stuff from IKEA, putting a vanity together, I think. So that's actually gonna be more trickier than this garbage. So anyway, guys, as always, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll catch you on the next one where we're butchering your drive shaft. Adios, guys.